Hi, it's Cory, and today we're going to be talking about a smart ukulele called Populele 2. So the Populele 2 is a LED fretboard smart ukulele, or sometimes called like a learner ukulele too. Has an LED fretboard here that lights up when you are playing different chords when plugged in and connected to an app. But it also features some pretty cool things too, like a built-in preamp that has various effects like chorus and delay and reverb that actually uses self-amplification, so you don't even need an external amp for it. Although if you don't want to use the built-in one, you can plug one into the bottom, which is really cool too. This ukulele is a 23-inch ukulele that comes in just about like under 2 pounds. It has really nice chrome hardware with closed gear tuners and a sound hole over here that really shoots the sound right in your face. The saddle and everything is attached to it. It doesn't come out, and the same thing with the nut here. It's all built into the fretboard, and the same thing with all of the fret wires too. It's just like built into the actual LED. Now the body of this too, it is carbon fiber throughout. Everything feels really nice. Now there are 2 features that I wish this had that it doesn't. I'm a big fan of side fret markers. This doesn't. I just think it's a really nice feature, and I understand part of the benefit of having an LED fret board here is that you're kind of meant to be looking at the fretboard while playing, especially if you're first starting out. But ideally you don't want to like be turning your head to look at it. So that's what I do really think is the benefit of having the fret markers. I also wish they had some kind of fret marker, even if it was like a darker color to match with the fretboard. I do really wish they had fret markers on the 5th, 7th, 10th, and 12th frets. As I personally have been getting a lot more into like picking out melodies, I find that to be really, really helpful. And I've noticed that it's a lot harder for me to pick out those melodies on this ukulele as opposed to some of my other ones that have the fret markers on it, just because if I'm trying to jump between frets, when you're just kind of looking at a completely black fretboard, it can be a little bit hard unless you have that muscle memory. In addition, in order to make the LED operate, you do also have to have 2 AAA batteries, so that is something to be aware of. They don't come with it, so make sure if you are planning on getting this to have some spare AAAs around. Right next to it is where the button is for the LED. So I'm going to turn that on now. It's just a press of the button and then you can see it starts lighting up, which is really cool. Now this pattern, this is something you can actually set on the app. It just kind of goes randomly now, but you can have it go in a wave, or you can have it go in like a dazzle, I believe it's what it's called. Or you can also design your own patterns and have that be transmitted. But this is the first like LED smart ukulele I've ever owned or tried. So thank you to Populele for sending this to me. This is a demo prototype too, so the things that I'm reviewing and stuff, there could still be changes that are made to the final product. So just keep that in mind. So I'm gonna play a little bit of a song just so you can kind of hear it in action. I'm beautiful in my way, 'cause got me no mistakes, I'm on the right track, baby I was born this way, hey. Let me show you how to use the preamp feature and the self-amplification stuff. So there are 3 buttons on the side. The top one is the power and volume button. Then the next one down is the chorus and delay feature, and then the next one is the reverb. Now to turn on this feature, you just hold the power button and then you take your finger off and then it will turn green. But you only need to hold it for about 2 or 3 seconds and then you can start turning up the volumes. This is what it sounds like without any of the volume amplification. Now I'm going to turn it all the way up. Now I'm going to turn on chorus and delay so you can hear that a little bit. I think that's pretty cool. It sounds even cool too with like more picked out melodies. And like I said, just with regular strumming too. Now I'm gonna turn off the delay to sort of feature more of the reverb. For me, it's a little bit of a weaker reverb. I would love to see that like kind of amplified a little bit more. And if someone's like across the room, like I was playing this for my husband and I had him stand across the room, he was not able to hear the reverb. So just something to kind of keep in mind. I'm going to turn on the delay and the reverb all the way up so we can see what the full effects sound like. And then of course, additionally, you get a lot of benefit with the app too. There are little games that you can play to kind of get you started. Now it does require you to go through some of the games. I checked out a number of them and they were really fun, and they're basically just getting you set up to be able to play. There are also videos that help explain and show you what playing looks like. There's a really comprehensive song library as well, and it offers recommended strumming patterns that it gives demonstration for, in addition to having all the chords you need, and it shows you exactly when you should be strumming. Now, one thing I would kind of just make a note of, and it took me a second to kind of get used to it, is everything is presented as if you were just looking down on your ukulele. And again, that is kind of one thing that as like a music educator, I'm not the biggest fan of, just because I don't want people to build a habit of looking at their fretboard. Of course, it is always fine to look at your fretboard if it makes sense, but I don't enjoy people becoming dependent on looking at your fretboard. That shouldn't be the goal here. It should be because like you're just giving it a quick glance and then you're moving on. But the benefit of that too is if you pick a song that like has an E chord in it, for instance, it shows you on the fretboard right before something is happening. You have all the little LED lights that line up exactly how to play an E chord. And when it's in the song, it will be shifting between everything that you need. It goes to an A minor and it just continues to rotate through the different chords you need. While on the screen, it's telling you when to strum and things like that. But you know, if this seems like appealing to you, this could be a really good tool for you to use. And you don't have to worry about like putting stickers down your fretboard or anything. It just changes with the LEDs. Additionally, in the app, it also has a tuner that you can use along with the song library and the chord library. And I think this has a lot of features that are really cool, especially at the price point. The things I would love to see with this is, while there's a lot of technology going on, I do think it would be nice to have some kind of carrying case outside of the box that it comes with, just because I think people kind of expect that in comparison to other brands out there. And while they're more expensive than this, I think it's still really good to have a case that comes with it. But I think people are kind of used to these days sort of the all-in-one. You know, when you get a ukulele, especially if it's your first one, you don't want to have to go out and get a bunch of other little things. So I think that's like somewhat of a negative. I wish that in the same way that you could charge the preamp system with the charging cable, I wish you could also do that with the LED fretboard, like somehow have that like connected, just because it would also be a bummer if your batteries ran out and you know, you have a way to charge the amplification system, but not a way to charge it outside of just getting extra batteries. So those are just kind of little things that I would love to see. If you guys have any questions about the product, I will try to have whatever I can linked in the description box. But if you have questions, throw them in the comments and I will answer them the best I can. And if I don't know the answer, I will just reach out to the Populele team to get those answered for you. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye.